Once upon a time. It was a beautiful sunny day. The sky was blue and there was not a cloud to be seen, when suddenly something came shooting through the air. Was it a bird? Was it a plane? No, it was a hat, and it came flying past with a whoosh. It flew over the houses until it came to a garden where a little old man sat in his favourite garden chair. And then our hat, whee, came out of the air and sat on that man in his garden chair. And when it did, it turned him into a bear. The old man in the chair was now a bear. But it didn't stop there. Oh no, our hat went back into the air and flew on by with a whoosh until it came to a wood. And there in the wood was a boy playing with sticks. And as that boy jumped onto a log, whee! Down came the hat from the air and sat on the boy's head. And then, instead of a boy standing on a log, there was a frog on a log. But our hat didn't stop there. Oh no, our hat didn't care. Our hat flew on for 1.5 miles until it came to a street where a policeman was walking his beat, and whee! The hat went and sat on the policeman's head. After travelling for 1.5 miles, it turned that policeman into a giraffe. But the policeman, he didn't laugh. But the hat didn't care about that. It just shot back into the air, and with a whoosh, it flew out of the town into the countryside. It flew until it came to a field that grew corn, and there was a young girl. Whee! Down through the air came the hat and sat on that girl's golden hair. The girl who stood in the field of corn and turned her into a unicorn. Oh! But it didn't stop at that. No, that hat went back into the air and whoosh, carried on flying by. It flew away from the field until it came to a lake where a lady was walking her dog. And as the hat went whee down from the air and sat on that lady's hair as she walked down round the lake, it turned her into a round the lake was now a snake. But our hat didn't care. It just flew back in the air and was about to whoosh on by when suddenly there in the sky appeared a wizard with a long white beard. And he said, "Stop, hat. Stop, magic hat. That's quite enough of that. It's time you came home with me. It's time we set all of those poor people free. Hat, come here now." And the hat flew to the wizard's side, and the wizard put it into his pocket, and then, with a abracadabra, a zip-zap boing, he turned all of those people back to who they should be. The old man in his chair was no longer a bear. The boy on the log was no longer a frog. The policeman who had not laughed was no longer a giraffe. And that girl in that field of corn, she was no longer a unicorn, which made her quite sad, to be honest with you. And the lady walking her dog round the lake, thank goodness she was no longer a snake. And then, when everyone had been turned back to who they should be, the wizard disappeared with a 1, 2, 3.